guaranteed. If you decide to go from Area 1 to Kubwa, you will get there in one piece and not necessarily face the one chance operator or the operators of the one chance situation, wherein you're robbed of your belongings and you're either kicked out of the car, pushed out of the moving vehicle, and things of that nature. As well, to a lady who ended up losing her life. Now, one chance, in quote, is the type of robbery in which unsuspecting passengers are lured into the commercial vehicles whose occupants are robbers. So you see properly dressed riders in these cars who are pretending to be passengers as well. And once they get to a particular point on roads where they feel like no one would stop them, apprehend them, they take everything that belongs to you, you're valuable, maybe even go as far as transferring funds from your personal account, and then they push you out of the moving vehicle. We've seen a handful of residents over time lose their lives or be put in a very state, when they get caught up in all of this mess. Now, recently, September 26th, Greatness was said to have been pushed from a moving vehicle believed to be a one-chance car along the Mitama-Kubwa Expressway. And she was reported to have been very injured, and she was rushed to a hospital, a general hospital around there for medical treatment. But reports had she was allegedly rejected by those who were on duty at this facility, and instead that they provided police report before they could attend her. Sadly, she died more later, and this has raised a handful of questions. First, security. Secondly, the need to provide the police report before getting treated if you get involved in maybe a gunshot situation or an attack that has put your life at risk. We need to do that because back in the assumption is this has been set by a legislation passed wherein nothing stops a public facility, a health facility, from treating you first and investigating just to ensure that you do not lose life in the process like we've seen in the past. But this was not a gunshot situation. It was more of an attack and, pushed out of a moving vehicle. Now, the question is, what should be done? Because many believe that the one-chance operators do this from illegal bus stops, motor parks, just so that nobody is able to track them or, take it back to them as in the ones who have tried to take advantage of residents. While some say, even people, the drivers, do this because of the hardship that they are through, and it's like a quick fix, an easy way to get funds for them to meet whatever daily targets that they are currently operating. So let's get initial thoughts first and move on from there. What are ways? What are things to look out for? Because there are people who can easily tell, lucky enough to tell that, this car is out of sorts, and get into it because it's giving that vibe that something will happen once we get to the middle of the road. 0700 91 0000 08095 74869. Those are the numbers to call. You can also call on WhatsApp or send a message to 08099930137. All right, do it to move from your device when you call in or send a message. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome. Go ahead, please.
Hello. You see, the issue is this.
Before you, what's your name? Before you share your thoughts, what's your name? All right, go ahead, please.
The issue is this. The one chance whatsoever. You not totally stop them, but you can reduce. Number one. Two, if anybody is informed, the hospital rejecting them is not the best. Put them on the bed, assist them, they treat them by the time talk, investigate them, they have police in the hospital here. Call the police, come and interrogate. Maybe it's true or not. Pretending them, look at what you die. Life is no duplicate. And I'm forfeiting. Hello?
Listening to you, Agabi.
I think I'm sitting on the ear. So
no.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you for sharing your right there. So he's of the opinion that it's difficult, or it'll be difficult to get rid of the one-chance operators then various things can be done to ensure that it is reduced in the best way possible. And also, there's no excuse not just treating anyone who has been involved in such a situation. You can call in the police, giving them the treatment and the care that they need. They can be investigated once they are able to give whatever statement. We're also streaming live on YouTube and Facebook now at Nigeria Info Abuja. So you can go on there and watch live as well as contribute to the conversation today. Good morning.
Good morning, Master Itodo.
Welcome.
I'm like Moses.
Go ahead.
This situation, two requested for police report. Nobody has interviewed your hospital to authenticate this statement. Are you getting it? Because I find it difficult to believe. It is not a gun. It is an accident. It is a wound. So I find it difficult to believe that the hospital says they should go and bring the doctor's report. Are you getting it? Because some have to find out the real truth. We start engaging out of problem. Some hospitals might reject when they see the condition. The way this condition is made to another place, they could go to some place or to nearest hospital that we cannot do it. But for that thing that hospital say they should go and do, I doubt it. I doubt it. Being that is me, what we need is that I think our National Assembly has lots to do. Because so many cases are put to this very statement that the House of Police. I think National Assembly should make a law, any hospital, whether private or no matter who they brought, whether we talk with them, treat that person first before any other thing. God bless Nigeria. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you, Alajide, for sharing your thoughts. But there is a compulsory treatment and care for victims of gunshot Act 2017, which was proposed by Dr. Abuja Saraki, they're led by him, that's 8th Assembly, and it was accented to by President at the time, which is Muhammad Buhari, and that piece was introduced to protect Nigerians who have been victims of violence of any form, and the belief is that it should cut across various divides, whether God or accident. Everyone should get care and ask questions later. Good morning. Sorry about that. If you can do well to call back. Good morning. Welcome.
My amiable President Itodo. God bless you, sir.
God bless you. Thank you.
This is Pastor TJ calling from Dubai.
Pastor TJ, go ahead.
Listen, I don't think we are really serious in Nigeria. This can go undetected in Nigeria. There is something wrong.
Pastor TJ, I'm having issues picking out what you're saying. The line's getting distorted with the sound.
Okay,
Let's try this and see how far we can go with it. Go. Hello. Okay. Connection's reconnecting. If you can, please call back. Good morning.
The number one celebrity on personality of the world. The man who had the best weight for the 2 weeks. He did not hear from me. Did not bother.
Wait a minute.
Mr.
Morning.
Ito, good morning. How's work? How's your weekend?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
Very well. With everything.
Yeah, good.
Well, sometimes do we even need a legend before we can tell any victim, original or fake victim of anything in healthcare? I think the thing is you treat, then report, right?
Yeah.
In fact, if need be, you sedate them so that they cannot escape, then you report. I think alone can even help a government to fight crime and even information. In that person is a suspect. Or you not treat. I think the job of healthcare giver is to like that's their first call on duty. So it's surprising that the law have been passed. I remember during Basaraki led Senate, it was up to this moment they don't obey it. I don't know. Lastly, I want to sincerely thank the health minister. This morning, I saw the children of the LEA going to school, reporting to school. You see your daughter greeting you too.
I can hear, hey, baby.
Yeah. So let me allow go. Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right,
Before this guest comes.
Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts there. Good morning.
Good morning, Itodo.
Yes, good morning. Go ahead. Welcome, Mazi.
Yes, charity begin. Why, if there is a law, what has been done with the law? Are we following up? If there has been a law like that, what stops police from having designated health providers, general hospitals, providing personnel around to ensure that these things are not... I think that all of us, we have no value for human life. That is what it points to. And this is still on all of us. It's our image. No, we are not doing any good thing. We are not helping our image at all. You can imagine somebody who wants to cross country, believes that if anything happens to you, you are your own. What has this done about it? If the police now move, it is not possible for the police to run hospitals where they can, in case of situations like this. I mean, come on.
But before waiting for you to get to that point, wherein at various checkpoints, there's an easy to tell when somebody is looking at sorts, because they would give a signal or sign. You can tell when a passenger doesn't want to be in a particular car and stop it from happening.
Yes, that is one aspect. We're talking about a situation where it has happened. There is nothing around. Nobody is doing anything. And when you talk, they shout you down. Haba. A whole country like Nigeria, haba. We can't be like this, my brother. Look at generations coming up. Generations upon generations going up. The others are coming. What are we living for them? Is it what we're hoping to live for them? Come on. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you for sharing your thoughts, Mazi. Good morning.
Deacon.
Welcome.
The modern Deacon.
I greet you. Thank you.
These are actually supposed to be queer men, elderly, sometimes after fashion, but your own case now.
I'm elderly now. I'm an older citizen.
Not the you that I see. Not the you that I see. With all iron all round, when you like this, youth will accept. Okay. It's not about Jesus, they will accept. Right. If this one comes Jesus, I will follow Jesus. Right. Straight to the topic, Itodo. Yeah, I've been listening to commentaries and I've been having concerns soon. But let me say this truth. It may not please body, but I think it's my own opinion. There is a way out of this whole chance. But at the end, that aspect I want to suggest will have also a negative aspect on people like me, on people like people who use their car to do taxi after work, or people who are doing illegal taxi. The only solution, which will be very plain to a large number of people who will still call and say they have been deprived of their income, is to have registered taxis. Only registered taxis, either the green taxis that are fully registered or the e-hailing taxis that are fully authenticated and occasionally profiled. And when you have that, it means any random person cannot go onto this to use his plane car or registered car to carry passengers. Okay. And then the way for this will be to have the legitimate, well-trained and equipped task force, not necessarily now like the Agbo on the negative, but the positive one will be who are well educated, citizens who can approach you and accost you if you are driving vehicles and using it to carry passengers illegally. Then in that case, they will have an authority will hand over for prosecution and the money they collect that goes to nowhere. If you do that, anybody will not just hit the street and carry passengers, because look at it right now, offices to be closed. Yes. People, parking, carrying passengers, calling everywhere. Some of them are not, and people are desperate because I know very way, and then they jump in. Second, the government also on a part will do enough to provide legitimate means of transportation that at least will reduce temptation to jump into vehicles that are not registered. That is my contribution. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. And let's get more thoughts on the 08099930137. We're talking about the ones operators and how it's affecting residents, wherein they lose their lives in the process or lose valuables. Ogunlade Taiwan on YouTube says, what would it cost us rather get CCTV cameras in the FCT and all Nigerian state capitals, at least for starts? No one can commit such a crime in Dubai and go beyond 12 hours. That's what Pastor T in Dubai is saying this morning. Welcome.
Yes. Itodo.
Good morning.
Yes. Machi.
What's your name? Good, thank you. What's your name?
This is Dr. Oche.
Welcome, Doctor. Okay.
No. Vicky.
Yes.
This is my own thoughts, in order not to take so long. There's something I noticed, and I've done that before. I work in Jad, and I don't live in that estate. Now, whenever I'm not busy, I go to the park. There is this special park there. We know these vehicles that only take passengers from this to wherever location you go. For instance, Lube. There's something I noticed there. The private car owners, whenever they want to take passengers, they go to the union, that's the what to call them. See those who register, who have this book where they enter the car registration paper, the name of the phone number.
Yes.
So what they do is, my colleagues go in there, they park their vehicle, because the ones that are available, that these men to convey passengers are not usually at that rush hour. Now, so what they do is, if you have a private vehicle, you go in there, they take your details, you park, give them 100 naira, and then you take passengers from there. Collect your details, your number, your phone number, and then your...
Okay.
Because I've done that too.
Okay.
Now, the problems you usually have the most, I know the part of the whole responding to injured things, I don't want to talk about it. But as long as Nigeria is not ready to work, we'll keep having that issue. And I'm talking to individuals like myself that don't drive every day, because sometimes I have a vehicle, but it's not even I drive my vehicle. Now, you don't just stand by the side and jump into any vehicle. If you want to notice what's going on, these are usually either 15 naira or just 100 naira.
All right, we need to go on a break right now, Oche. Do you want to call back to your thoughts? Can you do that for us?
Yeah. Okay, call back.
All right, thank you very much.
This is Nigeria Info. This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
My name is Elder Emma Okoro. I'm interested in rebuilding my nation, and so I have to join the beginning of cleaning of the environment. The Gariki environment here is totally filthy and unhealthy for our people. So when Mayor Fortune decided that Abuja should come out, I decided to join because it's for the good of people, our children, our wives, and our families. That's why I'm part of this group, so that I'm part of those who have started the journey to rebuild Nigeria.
Are wondering, well, my name is Fortune. I'm the mayor of the FCT, and I am excited about this initiative. I believe it's going to be a big one. This is the first of many who are coming to your area very soon. So we expect you to come out. We expect you to put your hand on the plow. It's high time we stop complaining. Let's get something done. If government is refusing to do it, or they are overwhelmed because they can't do everything, let's do what we can do, and then we hold them accountable for the rest. I think that's what this is about. It's not about politics, not about anybody. It's about people coming out to do what they believe they can do to help the society and the environment at large. That's the cause for us, and that is why we are here. I'm excited, and I thank you for joining us. Thank you so much.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
Somewhere you get into a public car or taxi and you're wondering, you're scared, you're uneasy because you're hoping that nothing terrible happens to you on that particular ride to the next bus stop. And Dr. Ocha, if you can call back, you were showing ways that the around the Jabi area have been able to put in place to ensure that every driver, whether you are a car owner or otherwise, you're accountable for the passenger that you pick up. Good morning.
Good morning.
The device is on. Can you move away from me, please?
Okay. Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning. What's your name?
My name is Okbabi in Abuja here.
Welcome, Okbabi. Go ahead.
This is my first time calling the info.
Take the sheke. Receive the sheke.
The reason I decided to make this call.
Yes, go ahead.
Because of the value I place on the sanctity of life. You see, concerning those not attending to a patient who had an accident or a gunshot or whatever, I remember very well what you rightly said during Bukola Saraki. I think it was the Minister of Health that was Dr. Oshotin, I think so. And I remembered, if I get it well, that he gave a directive to all hospitals to treat patients. You see, this lady has gone and is gone forever. Nothing can bring her life back in. Now, it is in the hand of any medical doctor to execute judgment on any patient. If a patient is guilty of crime, let that person be kept first, and then the law will catch up on the person. So I want to suggest that they should enforce this law, not just on paper. They should follow this law, and then if actually it was enacted, then it has become a law. In that case, there is punishment for contravening a law.
Yeah. Oh, sorry about that, Okbabi, but we got most of what you were trying to share. Let's take your call right now, and then we'll go onto the WhatsApp platform and take your messages. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Welcome. What's your name?
This is Stephen from Stephen from Abuja.
Go ahead, Stephen.
Okay, just want to share a thought to this, and I see it in this way that our government has a role to play in order to see that one child is eradicated in our society here in Abuja, or if every in general. So, and is it? It's not a big deal for us to have CCTVs. If there is a way they can hide them so that people will not know this is what this thing is, so that it will be able to capture some of these people doing this. I know it was once along the federal capital here, but it's no longer there. It means no one is safe. Even with even if there is hospital and all that, still the doctors are not safe. Kidnapping can be detected and of these things can be trapped. There are CCTV cameras along the way.
Okay.
Even if it's on the high tension, it be placed there. Where nobody can get to. Wherever this CCTV camera is, let it be guided with dangerous high tensions, so that anybody that tries to go to part with it, the person will be electrocuted.
All right.
So that this menace will be curved. So okay, look at if that young girl is to be the next president of this nation. Look at what just happened to her. If she is be a medical doctor, look at what just happened to her. It means the destiny have been cut short. People that is in her hand to be saved have been put in a great danger. Please let the government do something about it. It's becoming unbearable.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts, Steve. And let's get the WhatsApp number 08099930137. That's the WhatsApp platform. Now, the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, FEPC, that's the CEO, has described the incident as sad and unfortunate. Now, in a statement commiserating with the family of the victim, He noted that there are disputes of whether she received appropriate care at the hospital or it was delayed due to the pending production of a police report, or what exactly played. Now, they have opened an investigation accordingly to ensure that they get a cause of how the event played out. And considering the fact concerned being a government institution, what he shared in that statement, upon gathering initial evidence, the commission's determination that there is sufficient probable cause to proceed with limited inquiry into the Consumer Protection Act of the events or series thereof resulting in this fatality, the commission immediately engaged relevant stakeholders, including Office of the Mandate Secretary for Health Services and Environment for CT. And the Commission looks forward to participating, supporting, and collaborating with the FCT administration in this investigation. Narrations expressed in the statement of the Office of the Secretary. So investigations are ongoing right now to ensure that those who are capable brought to book. We also, the police is also investigating this particular situation. Let's go to WhatsApp, take some calls, and pretty much thoughts on One Chance and what we think is a good option to explore in handling it once and for all. And Hafsat says, One Chance is very rampant in the FCT, but our security forces will eradicate it by God's grace. And Chin Gwarimpa saying, my sister had the bad experience along the Tipa Garage Kubwa Road, away to work. The second one in Otako around 7 p.m. on her way back from work. All her belongings were taken. Thank God that she was lucky, she did not get hurt, but she was really sad. And they struggled away from her. It's so sad that lady died. That's what she in Gwarimpa is saying. And Ulna says One Chance has been due to the rising corrupt practices experienced daily in Nigeria. People know them, associate with them, but they cover up for them. Yet Nigerians claim to know God. The end to it is licensing. And before the licensing, they have to inspect all of every commercial taxi driver and also find out their source of livelihood. Create an incentive where drivers who can't use e-hailing companies remit weekly earnings to an agency, a microfinance bank or insurance bank, and get paid monthly of not less than 400,000 added after insurance remittance. And any vehicle without a police radio messaging pounded that records conversations inside the taxis, and this recording's back weekly by supervisors before payment of salary. And that's what Uzoma is suggesting can be done. So you can connect, but you can call on WhatsApp or send your thoughts. It could be the influx of calls preventing your own call from getting through, okay? Good morning.
Yes, Dr. Check calling back.
Welcome. Please comment your thoughts.
Now, the summary of it is like I was talking about, now my advice is going to the citizens who bought these vehicles, who don't have their own personal vehicle. We need to give ourselves. You do know that up to this moment, with the rampant message and use of this One Chance attacking people every day, people go stand at the way to board them. So what's wrong with going to the park and paying extra 100 naira? So well, I'm not so surprised, because on that airport road, people cross the way when just close to the pedestrian bridge. People cross the way. So until Nigerians think and start their self-security, it starts from we still keep having these issues.
All right. All right, Dr. Oche.
Those vehicles to go to the park. They get the information from them and allow them, because there's no government vehicles operating. So the only few private persons that are cannot cut out for the needs of all Nigerians that need to get back to their houses.
All right. Thank you for sharing your thoughts right there. He's suggesting it's best to get into the car park and take vehicles that are loading in these registered car parks, taking the roadside ones, which might be by maybe 15 or 100 naira, depending on the location that you are heading to. Paul Bade and Hafsat Moaz Facebook, thank you for In the conversation. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome. What's your name?
My name is Sunday.
Go ahead, please.
Can
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Right. My suggestion is the one chance issue that is becoming the order of the day. Now, sometimes when you think on who to blame, is it to blame the security agency or to blame the society entirely? Because it's as if in the everyday by day, they pragmatically engage, they willfully try to indulge themselves into that devilish activity. Now, we the innocent ones, what do we do to help ourselves? Even though security personnel, security agencies may not be there to help us, why do we go out with the most important, valuable IPMs? Because some of those criminals, they start here importantly. Some don't even look at the cloth, maybe their son or whatever thing. They look at the phone you have, your bag, your other thing, maybe your page in the boot. So why don't we go minor things?
So what you're saying right now is these people are strategic with those who they pick up?
Look at what I'm trying to say. For example, let me use myself as example. If I have to get in and board their bus or car, now my phone is the target. You understand? The phone I use is their first target. That phone they use to know whether do I have money out or not. You understand? So what if I go with maybe tonight? You understand? And the SIM number, the SIM card that phone is not the one I use on my transaction. How would they know who I am? How do they know my financial ability? You understand? I will talk anything. I will even whether I dress fine or I don't fine. That one it doesn't matter. You understand? But that okay, some people do go out with their laptop. How can you go out with their laptop if you have the owner of Abuja?
But if you're getting off work and that's what you use in your daily activity at work, and you have some work to finish at home, you still want to go back home with it now.
Okay, you must have place you reserve this when you come on work it to your work.
Okay.
Something like that, I go to work in Abuja. I got some areas, my family member, my friend, whoever, or even in your office, those places there. Understand? Or if must, I will take it home. I should be careful on which bus I am. Not to myself on the road, you will board back or car or anyhow.
Okay.
Understand?
Yeah.
The self-conscious, the self-security before we blame police. Police are magicians. You can't trust anybody. Let us stop. Let us kind of secure before we know who to blame. One blaming, that thing is lost. The last is lost.
No. Say. All right. We're not blaming anyone. Just finding ways to ensure that this situation is handled and reduced to the barest minimum.
Sometimes people talk of security, this camera. If government said no, they won't do it. Who are lying on?
Yeah, but the government needs to provide security to citizens and residents. That's like.
Because the government don't know what happened or security. Not any policeman, not any civil defense personnel that know what is happening in Abuja. Of course, no. Youth are getting it. They're increasing everything. Mothers are giving back to children.
All right. We need to let you go. Thank you for sharing your thoughts on this. All right. Have a great morning. Go through some messages and wrap this real quick. Rex Cook says every hospital should have police attached to them. And that's his thought. While Prosper says when you say register and painted taxes, many estates and organizations don't allow painted taxes in premises. And who that robbers don't operate in painted tea? That's the question that he's asking. While Chimoino says one chance has been in existence, this is with hardship and unemployment. In places like Lagos, they carry it out with clean cars. Urban planners should designate parks where taxi drivers seek passengers. Commuters shouldn't board vehicles at unauthorized places. There was this saying, taxis have no garage, but these days situations have taxis to get a garage. Taxis should have means of identification, and these measures may not this menace completely, but it will reduce it in the best people. That's what Chima is saying. Good morning. Thank you for saying so. It's very fortunate. Save instead of proactive. May continue to keep us safe. Kingsley Okora in Gwags. Here's that. And this one right here, Comrade Dare says, A whole capital city of a country, proper design, transportation system. So sad. Forget Nigeria. Not. Okay, right, that's a good place to leave it right now. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. We have guests in the studio right now. Green Dove are here to give us some information. So we'll talk to them and get to know how you can be a part of it.
This is Nigeria Info.